Hello and good day to everyone. I'm making this video because from the people that do not know and don't understand what's going on to the people that's experts and they do not understand or know what's going on, and rumors are being spread. Who is to blame? Who's at fault? Who's responsible? Well, that's why I'm making this video today, to read to you who is responsible and who is responsible for this pandemic that we're going through is God. Scripture specifically says, I am responsible for all things. This is God talking. So the people that's out there giving man credit, giving the devil credit, I'm here making this video today to let you know that your assumption is all wrong, because God is responsible for all things. And I'm going to read to prove to you that God is responsible for this pandemic, is responsible for this virus, is responsible for the deaths. Now, I know there's going to be some rebuttal. I know this is going to make some people uncomfortable. I know this is going to make some people mad. And I know there's going to be some negative feedback behind this. But you must understand one thing. I'm not doing the talking. God is doing the talking. See? God is doing the talking, not me. See this Bible here? I'm not doing the talking. God is doing the talking. So let's jump right into the scriptures and see what the scriptures has to say about why God is responsible for this pandemic. Why is God is responsible for this virus? Because scripture does say that God is the creator for all things. And the things that he creates for him. Now I will read from the Bible. However, if you do not obey the Lord your God and do not carefully follow all his commandments and decrees I am giving you today, all these curses will come upon you and overtake you. You will be cursed in the city and cursed in the country. Your basket and your knitting through will be cursed. The fruit of your womb, they're talking about women, it's talking about women, will be cursed. And the crops of your land and the calves of your herds and lambs of your flocks. You will be cursed when you come in and cursed when you go out. The Lord will send on you curses, confusion, and rebuke in everything you put your hand to, until you are destroyed and come to sudden ruin because of the evil you have done in forsaking him. The Lord will plague you with diseases until he has destroyed you from the land you are entering to possess. The Lord will strike you with wasting disease, with fever, and inflammation, with scorching heat and drought, with blight and mildew, which will plague you until you perish. The sky over your head will be bronze, the ground beneath you iron. The Lord will turn the rain of your country into dust and powder. It will come down from the skies until you are destroyed. The Lord will cause you to be defeated before your enemies. You will come at them from one direction, but flee from them in seven. And you will become a thing of horror to all the kingdoms on earth. Your carcasses will be food for all the birds of the air and the beasts of the earth, and there will be no one to frighten them away. The Lord will afflict you with the boils of Egypt and with tumors, festering sores, and the itch from which you cannot be cured. The Lord will afflict you with madness, blindness, and confusion of mind. At midday you will grope about like a blind man in the dark. You will be unsuccessful in everything you do. Day after day you will be oppressed and robbed with no one to rescue you. You will be pledged to be married to a woman, but another will take her and ravish her. You will build a house, but you will not live in it. You will plant a vineyard, but you will not even begin to enjoy its fruit. Your ox will be slaughtered before your eyes, but you will eat none of it. Your donkey will be forcibly taken from you and will not be returned. Your sheep will be given to your enemies, and no one will rescue them. Your sons and daughters will be given to another nation, and you will wear out your eyes watching for them day after day, powerless to lift a hand. A people that you do not know will eat what your land and labor produce, and you will have nothing but cruel oppression all your days. The sights you see will drive you mad. The Lord will afflict your knees and legs with painful boils that cannot be cured, spreading them from soles of your feet to the top of your head. The Lord will drive you and the king you set over you to a nation unknown to you or your fathers. There you will worship other gods, gods of wood and stone. You will become a thing of horror and an object of where the Lord will drive you. You will sow much seed in the field, but you will harvest little, because locusts will devour it. You will plant vineyards and cultivate them, but you will not drink the wine or gather the grapes, because worms will eat them. You will have olive trees throughout your country, but you will not use the oil, because the olives will drop off. You will have sons and daughters, but you will not keep them, because they will go into captivity. Swarms of locusts will take over all your trees and the crops of your land. The alien who lives among you will rise above you higher and higher, but you will sink lower and lower. He will lend to you, but you will not lend to him. He will be the head, but you will be the tail. All these curses will come upon you. They will pursue you and overtake you until you are destroyed, because you did not obey the Lord your God and observe the commandments and decrees he gave you. You will be a sign and a wonder to you and your descendants forever, because you did not serve the Lord your God joyfully, gladly in the time of prosperity, therefore in hunger and thirst, in nakedness and dire poverty. You will serve the enemies the Lord sends against you. He will put an iron yoke on your neck until he has destroyed you. The Lord will bring a nation against you from far away. That sounds like China. From the ends of the earth, like an eagle swooping down, a nation whose language you will not understand. Whoa, don't that sound like China? A fierce-looking nation without respect for the old or pity for the young. They will devour the young of your livestock and the crops of your land until you are destroyed. They will leave you no grain, new wine or oil, nor any calves of your herds or lambs of your flocks until you are ruined. They will lay siege to all the cities throughout your land until the high fortified walls in which you trust fall down. They will besiege all the cities throughout the land the Lord your God is giving you. Because of the suffering that your enemy will inflict on you during the siege, you will eat the fruit of the womb, the flesh of the sons and daughters the Lord your God has given you. Even the most gentle and sensitive man among you will have no compassion on his own brother, or the wife he loves, or his surviving children, and he will not give to one of them any of the flesh of his children that he is eating. It will be all he has left because of the suffering your enemy will inflict on you during the siege of all your cities. The most gentle and sensitive woman among you, so sensitive and gentle that she would not venture to touch the ground with the sole of her feet, will begrudge the husband she loves and her own son and daughter, the afterbirth from her womb and the children she bears. For she intends to eat them scarcely during the siege and in the distress that your enemy will inflict on you in your cities. If you do not carefully follow all the words of this law, which are written in this book, the book that I'm reading, and do not reverve this glorious and awesome name, the Lord your God, the Lord will send fearful plagues on you and your descendants, harsh and prolonged disasters, and severe and lingering illnesses. He will bring upon you all the disease of Egypt that you dreaded, and they will cling to you. The Lord will also bring on you every kind of sickness and disaster not recorded in this book of the law, until you are destroyed. You who were as numerous as the stars in the sky will be left but few in number, because you did not obey the Lord your God. Just as it pleased the Lord to make you prosperous and increase in numbers. Let me start over. Just as it pleased the Lord to make you prosperous, just as it pleased the Lord to make you prosper and increase in number, So it will please him to ruin and destroy you. You will be uprooted from the land you are entering to possess. Then the Lord will scatter you among all nations, from one end of the earth to the other. There you will worship other gods, gods of wood and stone, which neither you nor your fathers have known. Among those nations you will find no repose, no resting place for the sole of your feet. There the Lord will give you anxious mind, eyes weary with longing, and a despairing heart. You will live in constant suspense, filled with dread both night and day, never sure of your life. In the morning you will say, if only it were evening. And in the evening, if only it were morning. Because of the terror that will fill your hearts and the sights that your eyes will see. The Lord will send you back in ships to Egypt on a journey I said you should never make again. There you will offer yourselves for sale to your enemies as male and female slaves, but no one will buy you. Now, you still confused? You still don't know why the coronavirus, COVID-19, and all these viruses and diseases have plagued the earth? You still confused? Well, there it is right here. Here it is right here in the book. Stop giving the devil credit. Stop giving man credit. Here it is right here in the book. You're sitting there trying to depend on the government. You're sitting here trying to wonder on what's going on. You're sitting here talking about, man, let this out of a lab and all this transfer from one animal and all that there. Here's the book right here. Pick up your Bible and read the book. I'm not here to make you feel good. And I don't care if you get mad. I don't care what you say. It's here in the book. I don't care what Bible you go get. I don't care how many times the Bible has been written. I don't care if you sit here and say, oh man, man has written the Bible and that don't mean nothing to me and I don't believe God and this and that and the third. Okay, you explain to me evidence and fact. How did all these diseases, all these viruses get here? And then once you figure it out, which you probably won't, because it's right here in the book, I just read it to you, then I want you to explain to me why, which you won't be able to do that either. So here you have it. If you want the truth, I'm giving you the truth through the word from him, the Spirit, the Creator, the God that's over all gods. Is written and it is read here from the book. It doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what you're trying to do. It doesn't matter what I'm trying to do. It doesn't matter. It says it right here in the book, right here, what's going on and why. Now, I will be making more videos and bringing you the truth, the facts on what's going on from here on out. You're more than welcome to subscribe to my channel to get more, to get updates on more videos, what I am reading from the book, and also get updates on what they are trying to tell you in the news, whether it's the truth or the lie. Because when it's all said and done, believe me, whatever is going on, more than likely, the answer that you're looking for is right here in the book. Take care of yourselves. Be fruitful. Pray. And be good. The scripture says, be holy like I am.